everyone, welcome to another video. In this video I will be going over my December makes. We kind of covered this in my video previously, the things that I would be making, and I pretty much got everything done except for one thing fully. I could have gotten more into it, but got a little sick at some point in the month, and then just with all of the holiday things. For someone who doesn't celebrate holidays, I end up doing a lot of holiday events and stuff, which I'm not upset about. I enjoy being with family and hanging out, but it does get a lot for someone who is a homebody. So let's get right into it. The things that I worked on, I did accomplish one of the things, which was getting one of the only sewing thing that I was doing was making underwear. So I did get a lot of the underwear done, and I showed you in a previous video the fabrics. But I actually ended up getting more fabric and working on those as well, which this one in particular was one of those underwears. The fabrics that I wasn't planning on doing, I just found it as a remnant at Stone Mountain Daughter when I went there to get some other fabric for some of these underwear. And I was like, oh, this is so cute, and it just grabbed me, and so I just made it. So the only thing is, this is the only one that's made out of pure cotton, just like cotton fabric. I mean, it obviously has some stretch in it. So it's very different. The other ones are all very, I guess, more synthetic fabrics, and so the fit is better on them. This one's a little baggier. I could have sized down, because I am the extra large in this one size, this pattern. So other than that, it fits really well, and I've already worn it. This is the only one I've already worn once before filming this. Here is the second one. This one was using this fabric. I wanted to get rid of this out of my stash, and so I actually had to sew these together. That's my cat. That was my cat making a lot of noise and running around the house. So I had to sew two pieces together to make this one, but I really liked how it turned out with the two different shades. This one, unfortunately, did not turn out at all. So it looks fine here, but the fit is just so strange, and I think I'm not sure. I think it has to do with it being only one-way stretch, but it was really interesting how short these turned out to be. All of the other ones, they're high-waisted and at my actual waist, but these ones did not turn out that way at all. So I won't be keeping these ones. This one I made first, and so whenever I make underwear, I always get messed up with the elastic and the process of it and everything, and so I did this process completely wrong. It's still usable, so basically you're supposed to sew on the outside fabric first and then flip it over and sew on the inside fabric, so it ends up looking like this. And I did the opposite way, and so it ended up looking like this. And I guess I could flip it over again, but then it would totally be on the outside. So they're still totally wearable. They're just not, that pretty. And the last one are these ones. So this fabric is from Stone Mountain Daughter, and I really like it. This is Power Mesh, and it just feels really, really nice. I really like how this feels, and I probably would get some more. I mean, I probably should make some more actual cotton panties instead of the synthetic material, but all of the crotches, they all have an organic cotton crotch, so that feels nice against the skin. But the fit is really great with this stretch mesh here. So those were all the things that I sewed in the month of December. The next thing I did was making some stamps, so sketching out designs for stamps, and I had a theme for each week. I did 2.5 weeks, and I think they turned out well. I'll show you some snapshots here so you can see what they look like. So I got week 1, week 2, and week 3 like halfway done, and it was pretty easy and fun to make these and to like source some different inspiration from what I had shown in my previous video. I just did not take time to sit down and make that final one, but I probably will do these again when I want some new designs. I'm not sure if I will assign myself this goal each month just because I want to like sew more and try some other things first, but I was glad that I attempted most of it. And the third thing I had assigned myself was to practice using some of the block printing supplies that I had purchased, and I actually did do that. I wish I would have done a little bit more, but I just did not make time after being sick to go ahead and do that. I did go to the store again and pick up some more fabric ink. So I did get this pink one here, and I did a test print with this like really quick just so I could have accomplished something with a different ink. I didn't even use the ones that I already have, but it's okay. So I used this one, and I did a quick print off of actually one of the stamps that I had designed this month. Just a little quick print. And kind of what I realized is I want to mount the stamps that I've been making, but I don't have any mounting supplies currently, so that's one of my goals for next month, which I'll show you in a different video, is to get mounts. So I feel like I can get a better print if I had a mount on it. I don't know if that's actually true. I just feel like I can get a better grip and have a more firm press when I'm making them. So we will see. So that was the one that I did with that, and then the other one I did with this one here, which I had already had from a kit, and I used actually some of the other stamps that I had made to create those. And I'm pretty proud of how it turned out. They're pretty clear and not too messed up looking. I did test out I also tested out some different stamping rubbers. I don't actually have them here, so I can't show you. Maybe I'll cut in a clip here of showing you the different types. I'm gonna test out some new supplies with one of my handmade stencil prints designs. And I'm proud that I accomplished some of that goal as well. So that is all that I did for this month in relation to those goals. I did actually work on this other project, which I'll show you a clip here. And that is just this laundry basket that I've been working on as a DIY that I found online somewhere, and I worked on different pieces of it. It was like we hand painted it. One of the colors Chris was going for primary colors in our house, and I hand painted it, and then hand painted the wire, and then we couldn't find our staple gun, so it just literally sat undone for maybe 2 months. And we finally got staples and found the gun and put it together, and then I made the fabric. I actually made the liner for it as well. The only thing is originally it was supposed to be made out of white, and I kept cutting everything wrong, and it sucked. And then I finally ended up getting it together at the very end, and I was so happy, and I even did like a little heart border. Now I have picked up some red dye to dye it, so that's the last piece of making it, and so I'll share it after I dye it so you guys can see. Well, thank you so much for watching this video, and if you haven't already, please feel free to subscribe. I want to say hi to the 4 new subscribers that we've gotten over here on YouTube, and an extra hi to my first Patreon subscriber over on Patreon. I really appreciate all of the times that you guys come over here and take a look at my stuff and supporting me on Patreon. It really helps me to make sure that I'm more consistent with making my content over here, and I do already have 4 videos lined up for the month of January, so feel free to come on back and subscribe so you can see all the videos right when they come out. Alright, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!